Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey, and for this video I am going to do something not just for online teachers but just for anybody who uses Zoom for a lot of things. You may be taking online classes and you are learning from the teacher on the other side on Zoom, or maybe you just are seeing family safely through Zoom. Whatever you use Zoom for, this tutorial is for you. If you are looking at yourself at Zoom and you are thinking, how can I look less dead? Because Zoom has a lot of fun features, but there's no beauty filter for you to try to look a little nicer on the camera. And so for me, you know, I use Zoom to teach online, and most of us should know what Zoom is. You may have used Zoom at some point in the time during the panorama starting. So for this tutorial, I am just going to show you simple makeup tutorials. So I'm gonna have one 5-minute tutorial, one 10-minute tutorial, and then for the last tutorial, it's going to be full makeup face. Although I am not a makeup artist, I'm not a makeup expert. This is going to be pretty low maintenance. I'm not going to sponsor any products. What I'm going to use is just products that I use personally and love. You can use these products, or you can do something else that is similar, whatever the choice is on makeup that I'm going to show you today. And I hope you get a lot of benefit out of this. So I want to go ahead and get started. The first tutorial that I'm going to show you with the makeup tutorial is going to be makeup that you are going to use for just a quick 5-minute makeup. So what makeup you are going to need for the 5-minute tutorial is mascara, eyeshadow, and lip color. That's all you will need. This is a very simple, quick tutorial if you're literally just rolling out of bed before you get to your meeting. So what I'm going to use is, I have this e.l.f. palette here. It's nude, rose gold nude. I stick with neutrals and nude colors because that is what looks most natural on your face. And if you get just one eyeshadow palette, that is also okay to use. We're not going to get too fancy with the 5-minute tutorial because we only want it to take 5 minutes. So if you have a palette, I use a flat brush personally. But if you have like the one color eyeshadow palette, it usually comes with that little brush with it. So you could use that, or you could really go middle school fashion and use your finger if you want to. I won't judge if you use your finger. So I'm gonna pick a neutral color here. I'm gonna actually pick this shimmery color here. I like to add shimmer personally to my eyes. It kind of makes it pop. So you're just simply going to put that over your eyelid here. And if you do have multiple colors, you can quickly layer those colors on. Although for the sake of this video, we're just going to stick with one color on here. We're going to do that with the other eye here. All right. So we got our eyeshadow looking good, look nice. All right. And so then we're going to put on our mascara. Now, if you have an eyelash curler, that is fine, that is okay. But if you don't, that is also okay. So I'm gonna do this, curl my eyelashes, and then mascara, and put mascara on there. So in case you're not aware, usually we do two coats on top, and then we're going to do one coat on the bottom. So everyone makes that face. You know, all women do that. So then I'm gonna add the second coat. So you can wiggle your wand of your mascara back and forth like that, and then brush it out. All right, and it doesn't matter what kind of mascara you use. So I'm gonna have that on here. And then we're gonna do that with the other eye. So that part's pretty simple. Like I said, you don't have to use an eyelash curler if you don't have it. This can be as low maintenance as you want. If all you have is just the eyeshadow and the mascara and the lip color, that is absolutely fine. Alright. There's that face again. So we're then going to do our second coat. Do that little wiggle on her. Oop. I just got mascara on my nose. And you can either wipe it off or you can use makeup remover wipes. So I'm gonna add just another third coat if you want, but it is okay. All right, now we got mascara, so that's gonna help open your eyes up a little more. And then we have lip color. You can use a crayon, you can use lipstick, you can use a gel. So I'm gonna put that color on here. You can go to whatever shade you want. Like I said, I like to stick more to natural colors. And then a little bit inside. And then that is the 5-minute makeup tutorial with just eyeshadow, mascara, and lipstick, so that you are ready to go as soon as you roll out of bed. So for the second part of this tutorial, let's say that you have an additional 5 minutes to your schedule to kind of put on just a little more than just eyeshadow, mascara, and a lip color. So for the 10-minute makeup tutorial, we're still gonna have the eyeshadow, the lip color, and the mascara, but then we are also going to be adding eyeliner and also blush. So we're going to be adding those 2 extra things to our makeup tutorial. And still, if you want to add some extra color to the eyeshadow, we can do that as well. So just like the previous video, we're first going to start out with our eyeshadow palette. And since we do have an extra few minutes to our schedule, I'm going to play around a little bit with some color on here. We got a little bit of the nude, but we also got some pinkish purple. It's a rose gold palette, so there is going to be those pinkish purple colors in here. So since we got a little bit of extra time, I'm actually going to do this shimmery purple. It's a shimmery purple right here, and I'm gonna do that over the eyelid here. So, and I'm gonna do just the base layer of it first. And of course, if you just want to do the one color, that is fine. What I usually like to do is once I have my base, then I'm going to add a crease color on the sides, and usually that crease color is going to be just a little bit darker than your base. So I'm gonna add this dark purple, very, very little dark purple. So it's like half the eyelid and then to the crease. And then you're gonna do that the same, so halfway down to the crease. And then you're gonna take blending brush and from the crease go up and down like so. Do the same thing with the other side just to kind of get everything blended in. So once you have your eyeshadow, the next step is going to be your eyeliner. And typically what I do with my eyeliner, I just stick with the top eyeliner, and I usually try to do a winged eyeliner, just a little wing eyeliner, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so this is just what I do to make sure I just look presentable on Zoom. So what I usually like to do, I like to use liquid eyeliner personally, just because it is a better control on the wing action, which I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to take the tip right here, start here, go across, with a straight line. So then once I actually get to here at the end, I'm going to do like a little curve at the side of the eye and just let it naturally stroke out. And so got a little wing action going on here. So it's like a thinner line, so your eye looks a little more defined with the eyeliner. And then you're just going to do the same thing with the other side. All right, so I took the time and did the other side, so should be like a curved line or even a straight line across whatever your particular style for eyeliner is. And so after you have your eyeshadow and your eyeliner, we're then going to do the mascara. So we're gonna add that mascara on real quick. Once you have your mascara on, your eye makeup is good to go. And so for the next step, we're still gonna put the lip color on next. So that's pretty similar to what we did for the 5-minute tutorial. So we're gonna put that color back on. And so then the final step is going to be adding some blush. All right, and I'm keeping it pretty simple. So I do have a contouring kit. I don't really know how to use it, but I use the blush and the highlight. But for this part of the tutorial, we're gonna do the blush. So you wanna put the blush right where, like, you smile, right here, one side, and that way it looks like you have rosy cheeks. Because sometimes if we look dead, you know, usually our cheeks look pale. So adding that blush kind of helps you add a little color to your face. And so that is the 10-minute tutorial if you have an extra few minutes to put on some eyeliner and blush. And now for the third and final makeup tutorial. This is going to be full face makeup if you have 15 or more minutes to do your makeup. So not only are we going to be using the products that we have been using from the past 2 tutorials, but we're also going to be adding foundation. We're also going to be adding brow makeup. We're also going to feature the whole contouring kit. I'm gonna specifically just touch on highlighting and blushing. Like I said, I'm not very good at the contouring part. For the darker side, I always end up looking like a clown. So if you were looking for contouring, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go over that. Like I said, I'm pretty low maintenance, and I just want to make sure I don't look dead on camera. And so this final part of the tutorial is where I'm going to show you how to put the whole face on and put your best foot forward for Zoom. Make sure before you put on foundation that your face is clean. Whether you have just gotten out of the shower and you washed your face, or if you just take a makeup remover wipe or a wipe that helps out with skin stuff. I know that exists. So just make sure that your face is clean before putting your makeup on, because we are going to be putting on some goop. And so I usually do a liquid foundation first on the face. And so I like this little feature. It just clicks and it comes out, and you don't have to like use your fingers and touching your face all over, because your hands are probably the dirtiest part of your body, and that touches everything. And so especially if you're like prone to breakouts like me, and if you touch your face, like that's how pimples form, is when you're touching your face and rubbing your nose. So if you can get a foundation where you can use a brush, or you use this little thing, the little sponge on the end, or like a regular sponge pad, that is usually best, so that way you know that just goes to your face and your face alone. There's no other stuff touching it. So I'm gonna put this all over my face, because we're gonna do a whole face tutorial. Here, I'm also gonna put it all over my eyelid, and you'll see why a little bit later. So I'm gonna put that all over, and then I do have a blending brush that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna try to just make sure everything is blended on my face. No missing marks. And I just usually do it all over my face. I try not to. You can do your neck if you want, but you don't have to do your neck. And so once you have your foundation on your face, you're then going to do a setting powder. That could be a loose powder foundation if you want to try to just have a more full coverage look on your face, or you can do just a regular translucent setting powder. Just because my skin tends to be oily, I like setting powder personally, and so do the tap on here, and then I'm just gonna go in circular motion all over your face. So, and I do like the fuller coverage when I do my whole face, so that's why you see like a whole other color on here. And I do go just a little bit darker on here, just because when you do shine a light on Zoom, it actually does make your skin look normal. So In fact, that's what like most actors do for like TV shows. Their makeup is actually a lot darker on their face. So then when you do see them on camera, like it looks like their makeup is flawless, essentially. So that's sort of my thing, because I do have a bright light shining on me when I'm on camera and I'm teaching. I do a little bit of a darker foundation shade on my face, so then it just looks like my regular skin tone. And so I like the loose powder. It kind of helps set, you know, your liquid foundation together. Right, so that is the foundation part that I do. So then the next step is going to be brows. I use the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. It's what I kind of use to help fill in my eyebrows a little bit. And another fun tip that I want to share for like brows and eyelashes, for your mascara and your brow makeup, if you're doing the brow makeup, castor oil is really, really good to kind of help the growth, like the hair growth of your eyebrows and your eyelashes. So I'll put in a couple of drops in my brow makeup and my mascara to kind of help things grow a little bit. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of give myself some more eyebrows. And you see that I do have eyebrows. So I have a fuller eyebrow look. So then the next step that I would do is the eyeshadow. So usually for eyeshadow, when I do my full face, I usually kind of layer different colors. And in fact, usually when I do the layer, I do a completely different eyeshadow palette, usually with multiple colors. Although you could see this is well loved. This palette, it was pretty great. I got it around Christmas time. So it is well loved because it is nearly gone. And I played around with that, and it was really fun. So before I actually put on the eyeshadow, what I usually like to do is I usually like to prime my eyelids before the eyeshadow so that it stays on longer, especially if I'm teaching all day. Like eventually all of this is gonna like melt off unless I put in some setting spray. But you can use an eyeshadow primer, or a lot of times I usually just use like concealer. This is just another concealer that I use to just put on my eyelids. And so you just put on like a thin layer outside your eyelids, and just kind of, it doesn't have to be thick, just make sure it's over your eyelid before you start painting your eyelid with eyeshadow. And that's what's going to help keep your eyeshadow on your face longer, is if you're able to prime it. All right, so since I've been using this palette, I'm going to use this palette to kind of blend multiple colors together. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go and use this shimmery one as my base. I like to add the shimmer on my base. You may notice that I am using the same brush for like all the multiple colors. So like I said, I'm not a makeup expert. I think I've said that multiple times in the video. Like pretty low maintenance, pretty simple. So it'll be fine. You're okay. You're probably watching this because you're a simple person like me. Why make it more complicated than it needs to be? So I got the base shimmer. I'm gonna try this little gold part right here and add on the top, see how that turns out. It's just more shimmer, more fun. I really like shimmer. For eyelids. So, and then I'm gonna go ahead, move on to the crease. Just gonna, like I said, start that on the side, go to the crease. And then a little more. There. I'm gonna take my blending brush again, go up and down to like from the crease to the other side of your eye, and then try to brush away that. And sometimes I'll use also the same concealer, or I may have like a lighter color foundation, and I'm just gonna dot that over or under my eyes, kind of blend that in, and that way it doesn't look like I have bags under my eyes. All right. And you can add a powder foundation if you want, but I am actually going to not do that because I'm about to put in blush and highlighter on my face afterwards, so I'm not going to worry too much about trying to set that because the blush and the highlighter is going to set it for me. So then after you get your eyeshadow and your concealer under your eyes, you're then going to do the eyeliner spiel again. So we're just going to do the same thing like the 10-minute tutorial. Starting from the corner of your eye, going all the way right to the crease. Do that. And you're gonna do that for the other eye. All right, we got our eyeliner set here. So then the next step would be the mascara, like the other past tutorials. I do like to use an eyelash curler just to roll those out a little bit. And then obviously as soon as you're done with the eyelash curler, you're gonna try to put on mascara as quickly as you can, so that way that curl can set on your lashes. So like I said in the other, like the first tutorial, you wanna, oh, excuse me, just like the other earlier tutorial, we're going to do 2 coats on top, 1 coat for the bottom lashes, and then I like to wiggle my wand at the base to make sure you're coating as many lashes as you can. And then sometimes I like to blink, and the way I get the tips of my lashes too. And you're gonna do that for the other eye. Now that we got our eye makeup part done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the lip color. We're essentially done with the eyes. So if you just wanted to do the eyes for the eye makeup, you can. So I like to do a full face. So we're gonna add that same lip color on here. And if you're able, I would get the quality lip color that stays on for hours, like even after eating and drinking. So usually most lipsticks have that capability of doing that. So add that color, and then we're gonna add our blush. So this is with the contouring palette. So this one's called Bloom Blush. All right. Apples of our cheeks for blush. Smile. We got blush there. And then that final step, I'm gonna take this little brush here, and we're gonna add some highlight. So usually for your contouring palette, that's your lightest here you use for highlight. I like to do the bridge of my nose, above my eyebrows here, and then just above that line of your blush. So like literally right under your eyes here. Sometimes I like to put it under my nose and then down my chin. And that is the full face makeup tutorial. And this is typically the face that I go to when I teach my classes. Of course, I also wear blue light shielding glasses over my face too, just because I'm staring at a screen all day and I don't want my eyes to start aging because I'm staring at a screen all day. So that's another thing. If you're like me and you're either learning or teaching or having all sorts of meetings on Zoom, that you would also use some blue light shielding glasses too. They're worth the investment, just to kind of protect your eyes and to make sure that you're not so glued to the screen and that you don't have like sleeping problems. So they really, really help in that respect. Other thing, so I don't know if it needs to be said or not, but whether you do the 5-minute makeup tutorial or the full 15 or more makeup tutorial like this, when you're done for the day and you're ready to go to bed, please, please, please make sure you wash your face to take your makeup off. I know it's a big masterpiece for putting on your makeup, but you know, you don't want your face to start breaking out, because if you do sleep with your makeup on, it's going to cause some skin issues, and we don't want that, because then if you have skin issues, then it's actually going to be a more difficult process to keep putting makeup on your face. So whether that is you shower at nighttime to kind of wash your face there, or if you don't shower at night, at least invest in some makeup remover wipes. That way you don't have to put your face over the sink and get water all over you. I love the makeup wipe removers, especially if I'm really, really tired, and I'm on my bed and I'm getting cozy and ready to go to bed. I usually can just pull these out and usually just wipe my whole entire face off with it. Those also work really, really well to just make sure you get that makeup off your face and that you take care of your skin too. So that is my makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and staying through. I hope this is helpful for you in your Zoom meetings, whether you're teaching or learning or running business meetings, whatever your situation is. I hope you find this helpful for your future meetings. Do me a favor, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell notification button, because I make videos every week related to online teaching and teaching online and how I do that as my full-time job. and to also give this video a thumbs up if you found this really helpful, and it also helps support my channel too. And make sure if you got any questions for me, leave a comment down below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know that as well. And I also have affiliate links down below in the description box. Please check those out as well. And I hope to see you in the next video.